Good evening, Facebook. Every time I try to do this live, it seems to be cutting out on me tonight. I've no idea why. Hopefully this one will keep going and people will be able to tune in, they'll be able to see what the crack is. So tonight I'm talking about giving up and why it should never be an option for anybody. Again, I apologise for it being so late. I've been trying to get this one sorted for a really long time. The most important point I want to start with here is that I know full well, after speaking to plenty of people over the years, that when you ask somebody what they truly want to do in life, they hesitate before. A lot of people hesitate before they tell you what they really want to do. You know, it's like you say to somebody, so, you know, what's your passion, what's your dreams, what's your ideas of your future, where do you want to be? And a lot of people will say, well, you know, I want to be up in the corporate world, you know, I want to, I don't know, I want to, you know, become a manager, I want to do this and that. And you say, nah, what is it you really want to do? What gets your heart pounding? What gets your mind excited? What gives you passion to wake up at 5:30 in the morning because you really enjoy doing something? And then when you eventually get through that barrier and you break people down, you get to the root of what they truly love, you find out such fantastic things about people. And, you know, I mean, I've heard all across the spectrum, from comic book writers to Formula One engineers, which was a woman, by the way, and no disrespect, no sexism, but, like, you wouldn't always expect a woman to come out with something like that, which was amazing, and it interested me so much, you know. You know, you hear people who want to be book writers, people who want to be mediums, you know, who speak to spirits, you know. I can't give my opinion on that, you know, I don't truly know what I believe in that sense. And, you know, but the question I want to ask is, how many of these people materialise these thoughts into reality? You know, they come up against a roadblock and they set their limits and they, you know, say to themselves, okay, we can do this. And then after a couple of months, they give up, you know, because people say this, why would you want to do that? Oh, that's crap. Like, but, you know, those people that put a negative downer on what you want to do in life are the ones that have already given up on their dream. So it's like a vicious cycle, you know. It's like, you know, you have your dream, somebody talks you out of doing it, so you stop, but the person above you there stopped anyway. So, you know, I think that when you choose to tell people what you want to do, choose very wisely. You know, if somebody is actively following their dreams, then maybe divulge it. But don't divulge it to anybody and everybody unless you have the strength to keep it going yourself. Because giving up on anything is not hurting anybody else other than yourself. You know, if you give up on something, if you give up on somebody, you know, you say to yourself, it's no use, I can't do it, then the only person you're really hurting is yourself. Because at the end of the day, when everything's settled and everybody's moved on and they've done this and that and they've carried on with their lives, when you are left alone and you have your, you know, you consult yourself on what happened and why, you know, this went this way and that went that way, no one's going to be there to talk to you then. It's only yourself, it's only you, you know, only you then are going to be able to say to yourself, well, fuck, like, if only I'd have had a bit more strength, you know. And the beauty of that is it's never too late. You know, it's never too late to carry on. Like I've been a sprinter in the past, I've been a bodybuilder, I've wanted to do gaming streams, and I haven't given up on those, but they weren't my true passion in life. They weren't where my mind and heart were taking me. You know, I was trying to figure it out, but I had to go through a lot of different processes before I actually got there. You know, and some of them I still carry on. You know, I still train, I still go down the gym, I still try to look after myself, but there will be times when you will realise that things aren't quite clicking for you. The fire comes and then goes very quickly, and that's not a bad thing. You know, don't feel disheartened. Don't feel like you're giving up. Then, like, there's different ways of looking at giving up. There's realizing that you haven't got a passion there, and then there's literally giving up on the thing that you know you'd die for. And if you can find something that you will die for, let me tell you something, that you found your passion. You know, I will give my heart and soul to what I'm doing. You know, I would die for the people that I'm trying to help. And it sounds extreme, but there's something in this world that is lacking. you know, when it comes to leaders and people that have responsibilities to make a change in people's lives, and people aren't willing to give that ultimate side of themselves. You know, they're not willing to stand there and take the fire, take the heat, take the negativity, take the criticism. And if you're not willing to be able to take that, then you there's a level that you're missing. There's just a little something that you're missing, you know. And I think that when it comes to wanting to achieve, whether it's money, whether it's a career success, your family, you know, people that you want to help, you have to be willing to sacrifice a part of yourself in a good way. You know, like maybe your comfort at times. You know, if somebody is if you're getting a hard time by more than one person, you know, you have to give up a little bit of comfort in order to get through that scenario. Elon Musk, he's a billionaire, you know, I'll just quickly go into it. He's a technological giant, you know, he's really cracking on with everything that he's doing. He's wanting to change the world and things like that. And I saw a video yesterday of somebody directly saying, you know, instead of trying to colonize other planets, start with this one. Yet, and that was a dig at Elon Musk, just to quickly go into it. Yet, that guy's trying to change the way we drive by using electric cars, which is completely eco-friendly. You know, electricity is the whole crack with all of it. And you know, and he's taking such a massive amount of fire, like pressure that is up here. You know, this pressure is phenomenal. Like, I mean, I'm a strong guy, but the way he takes it is outstanding. And you have to, the higher you get, the more it will come onto you. But if you're gonna give up, then there's a dream that you will want to materialize that will just vanish forever. And the higher the dream, the more pressure you'll come under. So, you know, just tonight, take a minute to look at yourself and think, you know, how much you're taking, how much can you give, you know, and just analyze from there. You know, just have faith with the path in your life, have faith you're going in the right direction. So, you know, I know it's a late one, and I apologise for that, for the people that have joined tonight, you know, but for the people that will see, I hope you have a blessed day. Take care of yourselves, and good night.